The next data type is number data type. This data type stores fixed or floating point numbers of up to 38 digits of precision. This data type is used to work with fields which will contain only number data. If you want to store floating point number, then you have to use the number data type with precision as well as scale. Precision means what total number of significant decimal digits, and scale means what number of digits from the decimal point. So for example, if your actual data is 123.89 and you are just specifying the number field, then it will be stored as it is. If you are specifying the number field as number 3, then the digit 123.89 will be rounded off to 3 digits. And if you are using the number as number 6, 2, then the total field length will be 6 bytes or 6 bits, in which 4 bits will be reserved for the integer part and 2 bits will be reserved for the decimal part. Next data type is date data type. This data type stores the value in date format as date, month and year. The standard Oracle time format, date and time format for input and output is DD-MOM. You have to specify number, the date as a number, but month as a name, 3 characters of the name, and year as 2 digits of the name. You can specify date value as a literal, or you can convert date value which is stored as character or numeric value to a date value with toDate function. Next is a large object, LOB data types. This data type is mainly used to store, manipulate large blocks of unstructured data like images, multimedia files, etc. Oracle prefers LOB instead of the long data type as it is more flexible than the long data type. It can store up to size of 128 terabytes. Now we will be beginning with practical session of our Oracle. The Oracle which we will be using is Oracle 8i, or if you are using at home you can use any version of Oracle, but the command is same. Before storing the data in the table, we have to create the table, that is define the structure. And for creating the table, the statement is create table statement. And the syntax is create table, table name, and within parentheses column name along with the data type and size. You can specify any number of columns, but all the columns must be defined by specifying the data type and size of the column, and all the columns must be separated by comma. Say for example, if I want to create student table having the columns roll number, name, database, sorry, address and date of birth, then I will be writing first. Before writing the create table statement, you have to be clear in your mind what will be the data type of each and every field, or you can say column. So roll number can be a number, any number. Name can be a string value, address can be a string value, and date of birth can be a date value. So the data type is fixed. Now we can write the create table statement. Create table, table name, roll number, number, comma. Each column must be separated by comma. Name varchar2 20, comma, address varchar2 20, and the last column definition must not end with the comma, and after parenthesis you have to specify semicolon. Create table statement is completed over here, and so you have to terminate by writing semicolon. Say for example, another example, employee table. Create table employee. ID, name, department, date of joining, date of birth, designation, salary and location. Again you have to be particular about the data type and the size. So I have specified ID as number, name as character, and here I have used character. You can use varchar also, department also character, date of joining is a date field, date of birth is a date field, designation, salary, location, and fine. Now, once we have created the table, you have the privilege of dropping the table. Means what? If you are not satisfied with the structure of the table, you can drop the table. For dropping the table, you have to use the command drop table. Fine. So the syntax is drop table table name. This will delete the table along with the structure and its data which will not be recovered. So everything will be deleted from your database. The structure of the table, whatever data was stored, everything will be deleted, and you can't recover the data once you have dropped the table. Truncate table. The next statement is your truncate table. Truncate table statement is used to delete the data inside a table but not the table structure. Means if you want to empty the table, then you can use truncate table command. Truncate table table name. Now if you want to change the columns, if you want to modify the columns, you can use alter table. The statement is used, alter statement is used to add, delete or modify columns in existing table. The alter table statement is also used to add and drop various constraints on the existing table. Constraints we'll discuss later on. The command to add a column in the table is as follows: alter table, table name, add, column name and the data type. So fine. If you want to add a column, what you have to use, which clause you have to use? You have to use the add clause with alter table command. You can also rename a column, and the command for renaming the column is alter table, table name, rename column, old name to new name. Fine. And renaming, if you are using a Oracle version which is 8 or less than that, then you won't be able to use the rename command. But if you are using Oracle which is of a version is 9 or above, then you can rename a column. Now dropping a column, if you want to drop a column from your table, then you can use drop command. Fine. So but you have to keep in mind, the table can be, the column can only be dropped if it is blank, but if it contains some data, then it won't delete the column. The syntax for alter table to delete the column is alter table, table name, drop column, column name. If you would have been attending the lectures in the college, then we would be working with Oracle 8i, and with Oracle 8i, rename and drop column doesn't work. But now as you are at your places, you can use both the commands. I hope so you can use both the commands. Now to modify the columns, you can use modify or alter column clause along with alter table. The syntax is alter table, table name, modify column and the data type. Fine. Is it okay? Now working with Oracle. As I told you, Oracle follows client server architecture. So you have to log on to the Oracle by giving the username and password. Do you remember what is the username? Yes, it is Scott and password is Tiger. If you are familiar with the command prompt and you like to use command prompt, then you can use command prompt to operate the SQL. And the command which you have to give at command prompt is SQL plus. And here also we have to give the username and